Hello, hey. Good morning, buen dia to everyone. I'm still a little bit sleepy. Oh God, I did not go to bed early and woke up super early today. It's 8 a.m. here in Puerto Rico. It's not that super early, but how's everyone doing today? How we doing, guys? We got a live stream right now going on, and what we're gonna be doing today is I'm going to be mixing the beat that I made live on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we made this beat. It's a guitar type beat. We arranged it and everything, but we still didn't mix it. I want to mix this beat so it's ready to put up and display on my beat store, and then I'll have all my tracks for sale there. So go check it out. The offer, the Christmas sale is still going on till January 5th, 50% off on your beats. So you guys go check that out. There, I got something in my eye. Oh, okay. I am sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm making noises with my eyes. I'm looking for my stream here. Make sure that everything is running good. I don't see anything. Let me not use a Wi-Fi. Okay, cool. All right. We're ready to tackle this. Um so before I start mixing this beat, I want to give me a second. Um I need to export the stems and have them on a folder, if you will. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all my instrument tracks right here. I'm just gonna select them all and press G, and now I have them all corrected. Like I all have them all in one stem. And these, I'm gonna do the same, but I'm just gonna press X. The X does the crossfade, and then I'm gonna Command B all of this so it bounces them. And now we got that. Yeah. I'm gonna select all this, and now I'm going to export my stems. I'm gonna choose tracks here. It's gonna call stems, but it doesn't really matter what you call them. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do to get these files ready to upload to my beat store. So I'm gonna go to my external hard drive over here where I got my beats, soundy beats, right? I'm gonna put a new folder. I forgot what this song was gonna be called. Let's just call it let's make up a name right here out of nowhere. We can actually call it Level Up because of the Seymour. Let's call it Level Up. Level Up. Nah, let's not call it Level Up because that's already the name of the sample. Let's call it tempting. Whatever. Who cares? Tempting. Oh, shit. Before we do this, sorry guys, let's go back. You gotta know the BPM and the key of your song. So my song is in A major actually, and 146. So let's co-create tempting A major and 146 BPM, just so you got that in record. So when you're uploading your files, you're already pretty organized. This is gonna take a while. So it's exporting now. My stems are exporting. It's gonna take a couple minutes now. So while that is happening, make sure that, yeah, everything is exporting. It's gonna take a quick minute to do that. So if you guys want to talk or anything right now is the time, because we're not gonna have a lot of time to talk later. I'm gonna put some music for you guys. Okay, guys, so it's done. It's, let me check that I didn't do anything crazy here before. Okay, cool. I exported all the stems. Now I'm gonna go over here to this folder. I'm going to select them all, and I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna compress them. And this is the easiest way that I found to compress files and make zip files to upload your beats to your beat store, you know. So I'm also giving you a little tutorial of how I do this here live for you before we get into the mixing of this beat and get ready to master it and then put a tag on it, export it, and we can upload it to the beat store. I don't know how to do it on Windows. All I know is that, you know, Mac, super easy. Just press right click and compress and makes a zip file. So it's pretty easy. Oh, excuse me for my yawning, man. I'm still sleepy here. And I got work later on, so it's gonna be a long day today. It's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be fun. But let's let it compress, do whatever it is that it's gonna be doing. Let me close up some stuff here. There, we got it. We got it right here. The first one, I'm gonna rename it. I'm gonna call it stems. And then I'm just gonna erase every one of these. Send them, command delete. That's it. Now we got all these stems there. Cool. I'm gonna minimize this. We're gonna get right now into mixing this beat, all right, guys? So first thing we're gonna do is I'm going to take everything down, bro. Everything down. No, I still have not organized this session, so I guess this is what we should be doing now at this point. I know that this is the sample. I know that this is a perk loop, right? Got this perk loop right here. And then over here, I got another perk loop, I think. Yeah. Perk loop 2. These are my hi-hats. It's my rim shot. I got another perk here. It already says it down there, but I want to have it really clean. Open hi-hat. Perk 2. What's this? What's this? These are like counter snares, I think it is. Then we got the kick. And this is like an open hat, like a second open hat. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna put the guitar sample over here. The guitar sample is gonna go like a little yellow or whatever. I'm gonna put snares here with my perk because the rim shot and the perks are doing all like this. And just organizing so that everything, you know, so that we don't get confused whenever we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna color all my drums in blue. I think this is an effect, so I'm just gonna the effect color it like this. My bass goes in red. What is this perk? Wait, this is another perk. Percolicious perk. I'm just gonna put this one over here. Excuse me. Cool. I'm just getting everything organized really quick, you know, like trying to be as quick as possible. And then I got all these instruments going on here. What's this? This is a passing transition, so this is also an effect. I need to color these differently. Yeah, so that I don't get confused. These are my 3 instruments, I think. Let me check. Actually, no, they're all like. All right. This is the vocal. And all these are like transition stuff. So I really just have these 2 instruments, just the guitar, the bass. It's not gonna be, I hope it's not gonna be difficult mixing this. Now we got them all now. Now I got them all like lined up how I want them. All nice and organized. Gonna bring everything down. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna bring it down, brother. I'm gonna bring it down. And I'm gonna look for the place where all the instruments are actually hitting. Kind of. Yeah. Kind of around here. This hook section right there. That's where we're gonna beat mixing. It's a simple beat. It's a simple beat, and it's made for you to write as much as you can. So I'm gonna hit play, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start leveling stuff up. Okay. I want to take the click out. Let's do this kick. So this one is a bit, too hard. So I'm just gonna gain stage it a little bit. Right there, kind of like around there. I just want the rim shot to like give it a little bit of a. That's kind of my snare. That's my whole snare right there. After I do the drum, I'm gonna do the bass. Right there. Bring on the guitar. That's pretty good. So since I don't have a lot of instruments and stuff in this track, so I'm just gonna like actually accentuate what I really have, what I do. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's the hook part. Let's see this verse part. What was this? Now do this. These transition stuff. Let's see what I'm doing. Alright. Play that again and see. That's nice. So what I'm gonna do now, like already got all my levels there, my stuff. So I'm gonna pan some stuff. Like, so these snares are all doing kind of the same thing. The perk and the snare and the hook. So I kind of only want my snares hitting on one side, but they're actually doing the same. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this snare. I'm gonna put it like 10 to the right, because I also want it to kind of feel in the middle. Also this one, and then this perk, I'm just gonna put it a little bit like 11. These counter snares, so since they're counter, I can put them to the other side and put them like 10 to the other side. I don't know, that's me just, you know, like creating stuff. Some of the things that I like to do with my hi-hats, I like to put some pancakes on it so that they're always like panning. So I would just like, maybe for this one I would like to do it. I haven't done it in a while, but I just got to bring down the mix 50%. Now the hats are bouncing. I'm gonna come back to the kick. I'm gonna put some span on it. I already have this preset called Drum and 808 Tuner, so I wanna tune my kick. So this is my kick. It's hitting right now on B right there. You see, and this song is in A major. So here I'm hitting B. What I gotta do is I gotta transpose it back 2 steps. So I go here to my pitch and just -2 right there. Should be hitting an A now. So we go here, and it's hitting in right there in A. We can see it up here. It's hitting in A. So that's how I tune those kicks so they sound like cohesive with the tonality of the beat. We're good. And take span out for a moment, and I'm gonna just add some EQ to this kick. I'm gonna do a deep cut here, like a 40. As we can see now, my kick is getting harder. Like, it hits harder because I'm taking out most of that low end. So I'm just gonna take the gain back a little bit here so that it's hitting where we were hitting before. I gotta take a lot of the gain out, like. A little bit. So I'm hitting at around -6 right now, and still gonna do some bus processing later. So that's all I'm gonna do to that kick right now. Let's add EQ to these theory snares. So snares and kicks, they're kind of like what's gonna sound harder on the beat, you know. So I'm just gonna take a bunch, like maybe right there. Yep. Counter snares, you know, we can kind of do the same. And what else? Everything else has EQ here. We're gonna go down. We were still panning, so I went up a little bit. I'm still gonna pan these perks. This open hi-hat, I'm gonna take it up. So the hi-hat is also to the left, so I'm gonna put it like around 15 to the right. And I'm gonna take this one, I'm gonna put it 15 toward the left. Now we're playing with that. These perks, I'm gonna put them to the left. So I'm gonna put them like 18, 16 to the left. and my perk loops, I'm going to like put them not so much. Maybe this one also. You know, the perks, you kind of can't hear them because they're supposed to like glue everything together and be like, give it this bounce. We're moving into this bass now. So the bass, I'm just gonna cut at kind of 30 over here, but also gonna lower a little bit of it. And around the 50 hertz, you know. Not really. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit off of the 200 here. So I know that's where the kick is really hitting, like where that top end of the kick is gonna be like kind of hitting over right here, more toward over here. But I just wanna take out some of that frequency on the 808. Right. And I'm also gonna add some saturation to this, so I'm gonna add some tape machine to it. Let's listen to how it sounds. Yeah. We're still hitting at -6 there, so that's good. What are we gonna do with this sample? I really don't want to do much to it because Seymour already mixes his guitars really cool, you know? Maybe what I would do is just add clean it up a little bit on the low end over here, and that's it. But actually Seymour makes amazing loops. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of air. All right, sounding okay, you know. We're gonna do more processing now in the style that I'm going to add a compressor here, and I'm gonna sidechain it to my kick. And I use the stock compressor from Studio One because I just use it a lot. And all I did was press here, sidechain, and then pick the kick. Pretty fast attack and pretty fast release. And then I'll see like there I'm doing some gain reduction, then I'll take the ratio up. Now I can hear like the kick actually kicking through. Cool. So now we're gonna go into the bus processing. This is how I actually mix them and take them up. Like I don't like on beats with no vocals, I don't like to get really detailed with all the instruments. Like you could do a billion things. You could put effects chains on every one of the channels. Yes, of course. Why not? People do it all the time. It sounds great. I don't want to do that right now because, you know, I just want to speed things up. This is to display a beat. I want my beat to sound great. After, if an artist buys the beat, they can take that beat or those stems and take it to like a professional mix engineer with a professional treated room and then mix it, like really fine tune it, you know. But I want the beat to sound great so that they could just record over it. And then what they can do is just like maybe master it. You know, there's many ways of doing this. So I got my drums routed to my bus, my drum bus. Let's see how that sounds. So here in my drum bus, I got the virtual mix rack. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add my Pro EQ here. Take more low end out of there. You see, all this low end, I'm not even using it. That's kind of it. And then I'm gonna come to my virtual mix rack, and I already have a preset here, Dillian Mode drums. It's called empty, but it already sounds harder, you know. Mild saturation. I'm only have like 3 of gain reduction right here. Only 1 gain reduction here on my compressor, you know. So I already tweaked this and saved it, kind of like. Maybe I can. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to add this an EQ, this EQ right here, because I want it to be a little shiny, you know. Also want those snares to pop. So kind of what I do is like I like to go here to my Pro EQ, see where the snares are hitting, you know. But this is very prominent here on the right here around, you know, 1800K, 1.8K if you would call it. And I would go there to my 1.8 kind of right here, 1.8, and then just, yeah, I want my drums to like be hitting there hard, you know. This one I'm not gonna be using for that, so I'm just gonna take it back. This EQ I'm only using to boost like that top end of the kick, you know. Around here 300. So I can see that I've already like added a couple of dBs here, you know. So what I can do maybe is like bring up, like there's only a little bit of makeup gain going on here. So now we're gonna go to the bass. I'm gonna hit the bass bus here. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go to the infinite EQ here, see what's going on here, and it's gonna take more low end off of it, you know, just clean it up a lot. And we don't listen to anything under 30 hertz, so I'm just gonna Yeah. We're also gonna add some. I don't. Sometimes here is where it gets tricky. Like, do I want to add a compressor? Do I want to add a more saturation? Do I want to? So I already have. What I'm gonna add here is just fat filter, and then I'm gonna cut this low end. Like, I don't want none of this. 50 hertz back. I don't want none of it to be saturated. I want this to be saturated. Now I am gonna add like a compressor. And I'm gonna go to like my virtual mix rack. And now just like, how do I start from 0? I forget. Right there. Okay. I'm just gonna add, obviously, the VCC channel always. And I'm gonna add compressor, a nice compressor, you know. Maybe we can even add this one, FG Bomber. Maybe, but we also got this one, which is fucking pretty cool, man. Yeah. We're already peaking. We're already at -1, kind of right there, but our RMS is still at pretty low. So what do you guys think of that bass right there, right? Sound cool. And then we can even send this to this audio destination that I have. This says 808 saturation. So it has a multi-T and it has a repeater. I take the repeater out, but I leave the multi-T. And I put it on the hip hop mode. And then just blend it in, you know. Let's leave it at 50 around there, you know. And also, I'm mixing at a very low level. I don't want to go too over. So now the guitar, I'm gonna take it to the guitar bus. Actually, I'm just gonna take these two and put them into the instrument bus. My instrument bus is kind of the same thing. So it's gonna be like CC, the VCC channel always. Right there. Then we're gonna bring in the EQ. This EQ I love. It's gonna take a lot of those. It's gonna cut it around. a little bit on these high mids, 2000 around there. A little bit of that low end also for that guitar, around 300. And now we're gonna add the compressor. I always wanted to use this compressor, man, but I don't know how to use it very well because it's like a dynamic compressor. It's good to use it like on the last stuff, you know. So here for this guitar, maybe we'll use this. I'll go 4. We're gonna do a slow attack. Slow attack or fast attack? So fast attack would take the transient down, and slow attack just not that much. So we'll leave it like this, a little bit faster of a release. And we're having like 5 dBs of gain reduction there. Kind of 3. And we can't forget about our revival, man. Just give it a little bit of shimmer. Okay. So all my effects, I take them to my main channel. Now we're gonna hit now our mastering bus, right? And so first thing on my mastering bus is obviously the Infinity EQ. I love this EQ. It's very detailed, like you can see it, right? So detailed. We're gonna hit play. Remember, we don't want none of that rumble. Maybe I do need a little bit, I don't know. I see that I'm hitting really hard here. And what I kind of like to do is just bring in this shelf, but over here. I'm also going to add just my Pro EQ because I just want to have like a visual representation of what I'm doing. So now we're gonna go to my virtual mix rack. No, before I go to my virtual mix rack, I like adding fat filter, saturator, and just on the warm tape and just leave it there, you know, like don't even touch it that much. what I like about the saturator is that like right now I was peaking at -1. I was peaking around -1, -2, you know, and I'm still need some headroom to like put a limiter on it and just crank the stuff out of this. And I found that with this fab filter, with this saturator, like every time I put it on, the dBs come down, but it doesn't sound that different. So that shows me that I'm actually like spreading the signal more. So I'm saturating more the signal going to the side, and I'm just doing like what, 16% of saturation here. So it's not that much, you know, it's not that much. I don't use much of these things, maybe the level, and always change the presets, but you know, it's just a little bit of saturation so that dB comes down a little bit so I can crank it up later and it doesn't affect much. You guys can be the judge of it later. I feel like the bass has a lot of low end. See? Not really. Let me just mute the bass for a second. That's how it sounds without the bass. After I listen to it on the car, I'm gonna know. My car gets a lot of bass. So right now I got this fat filter going on. Now I'm gonna go into my virtual mix rack. And so here I'm just gonna take out these. So I don't wanna be hitting too hard. Let's see here, do I want it to sound fat or present? So the F-bomber is kind of like a compressor also. Just a 12% intensity. And kind of what I would do here, maybe add a compressor, other stuff like maybe that dynamic compressor that I was talking about that I kind of never use, but you know. You know, I don't really know how to use these compressors very much, you know. Do I want a fast attack? As you can see, it lowered my I see. don't really know what it's doing actually, you know. I put mix bus punch, which is a cool preset. Let's see another preset here. Let's see. Top loop, noisy amp, parallel slam. Kind of like this one. Yeah. And you know, I don't do much to it, just like leave it like that and then add my Line Master plugin. Add saturation and width. I'll leave it around 40%. It's already sounding hard. If it gets too bright, then I will go to here, the infinity EQ, and just maybe instead of, yeah. You could also do the same here on the sides though, so like try to tame that low end or whatever. And I'm gonna add another limiter here from the stock plugin, the stock limiter. And this limiter is just gonna be like just setting everything there. It's not gonna be doing much, just soft clipping. And now I'm gonna bring in my level, my U-lean, see if how everything is working out here. So right here on my momentary max, I'm already hitting negative 9.9. What I can do is I can go onto my limiter and crank it up a bit. I'm hitting negative 7, so that's too loud. I'm just gonna bring it up a notch. I'm still hitting negative 8 is where I want to be, you know, negative 8, and right here I'm hitting negative 10. Love short term, which is pretty good, and my true peak is at negative 1. And we can also bring it another. Sorry, I'm talking. Hey Glitz, how you doing, brother? Thank you for being here. I'm gonna add this level meter from Presonus, which gives us also another look to where we hitting and stuff. And I go here, I press the LUFS and see, and in this leveling, you know, we're hitting negative 10, just like the U-lean one, and that's pretty good. Many people say you master at negative 14, negative 11, negative 8. I try to be between negative 11 and negative 8. Always. And right now, I really recommend everybody to get this limiter, man. The Lion Master limiter is amazing. You can still crank it up even more if you wanted to, but I don't want to distort. I also want to add a de-esser. Why? Because the de-esser helps me tame some of those harsh frequencies, you know? Yeah, right here around. What's happening, Glitz? I'm also, I forgot to do this. For these vocals, I'm gonna take them over here to the left, like 30. There we go. I think that sounds pretty good, guys. What do you think? Let's put the U-lean meter on the post. See what we're doing on the post here. See, on the post we're hitting -7, so that's pretty good for me. We also want to add, see if we have any phasing issues. Right now we have no phase issues here going on. It's just a bunch of spaghetti. A bunch of spaghetti. And then we can watch the spectrum here also. I'm still getting a bunch of that rumble there, but that's fine, you know. Yeah, what we could do is add another nap. I think it sounds really good on my headphones. I would have. So that's it, guys. Like, it sounds pretty good on my headphones. I would have to listen to it on my speakers and stuff, see what other changes I can do. But I think that's it. That is it for mixing and mastering this beat. Let's listen to the whole thing. Just adding some reverb to the snares. See how they sound. You weren't expecting that one. Keep it going every night. We gon' go and we ain't rolling. We ain't gonna lie. Every day we standing here on the line, yeah. That is it, guys. That's the beat that I have for you guys today. The mixing. I hope that you guys learned something from my process. This is the process that I use. This is how I do it. This is how I mix my beats in order to get them into my store as soon as possible. You don't have to do it this way. And, you know, there's still a lot of things that I can do to better my mixes. But it takes time, man. Perfecting a craft takes a lot of time. So thank you for everybody who came out, you know. Be sure to check out my beat store. We still got that 50% Christmas sale going on. And so go check that out. Get 50% off your next beats. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a